Auron, in terms of character development and especially aesthetic, is probably my single favorite character in the Final Fantasy series. I remember getting a PS2 just to be able to play Final Fantasy X, and I remember I got both of them at the same time from a GameStop, went home, booted it up, disk read error. Tried it again, disk read error. My heart was broken. The DVD drive in my brand new PS2 did not work because it did play PS1 games, which is very weird. They had this issue where the laser is on a tilting mechanism, and if it gets knocked out of place, it won't read certain discs, but it will read others. And I learned that because I learned how to fix my PS2 when it inevitably broke further down the line when I dropped it off a shelf. But we're going to go on a deep dive of my very favorite character in the Final Fantasy series and see what he's all about. Join me, won't you? Auron is the quintessential guardian of Final Fantasy X, serving as the stoic mentor to Tidus and Yuna as they navigate the world of Spira. A former warrior monk of Yevon, he first gained fame 10 years before the game's events by helping High Summoner Braska defeat Sen. In battle, he is slow but heavy-hitting, and uses massive swords to break enemy defenses and deal massive physical damage. Auron's look is a blend of traditional Japanese samurai aesthetics and modern cool. He is easily recognized by his high-collared red overcoat, which he wears with his left arm tucked in the front, a stylistic homage to masterless samurai that symbolizes the shame of failing to protect his master, Lord Braska. He also wears dark sunglasses and carries a traditional Takuri flask on his hip, which he uses in his Bushido overdrives to feed the blade with alcohol or ignite his attacks. He bears a permanent scar over his right eye as a result of his final confrontation with Lady Yunalesca. Auron acts as the party's guide, often withholding the grim truths about Spira's cycle of death until the party is ready to hear them. He promised his dying friends, Braska and Jecht, that he would watch over their children, which is why he travels to the Dream Zanarkand to mentor Tidus before bringing him to Spira. His ultimate goal is to break the spiral of death by destroying the false hope of the final summoning, a cycle he has resented ever since it claimed the lives of his closest friends. Auron is actually an unsent, a spirit whose sheer willpower and sense of duty kept him in the physical realm long after he was killed by Lady Yunalesca 10 years prior. Unlike other unsent who remain frozen in their youthful state, Auron appears to have aged from 25 to 35 years old after his death. It's never explicitly explained if this was a choice or a result of the Fireflies reflecting his internal state. Early in development, the undead plot twist was actually intended for Tidus. However, after the release of the film The Sixth Sense, the developers moved to that specific twist for Auron instead. Despite his reputation as the strong silent type, Auron actually has the second highest amount of dialogue in the game after Tidus because of his constant role as the guide and storyteller. Auron will always go down as my favorite Final Fantasy character. Between his aesthetic and his storytelling throughout the game, he's truly one of a kind.
It's been long enough. This is your world now.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.